Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
WWE superstar Dominik Mysterio recently talked about the reason behind his on-screen relationship with Rhea Ripley. The Judgment Day star also discussed his current character. For those unaware, Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley were in a romantic angle in WWE before the former turned on Mommy to side with Liv Morgan at SummerSlam 2024. Many fans believed the duo's relationship was inspired by late legends Eddie Guerrero and Chyna. During a recent interview uploaded on WWE's YouTube, the self-proclaimed king of the luchadores was asked who was the inspiration behind his character. Without any second thoughts, Dirty Dom said that it was all inspired by the late legend Eddie Guerrero. The Judgment Day star also revealed that his storyline with Rhea Ripley was inspired by Eddie and the late great Chyna. He also stated that his current character was similar to Guerrero's popular lie, cheat, and steal gimmick. Like, this is all Eddie. I watched him just so much that it organically became a thing. Even with the Rhea stuff, Eddie and Chyna. Now the lie, cheat, steal stuff that we're currently doing, he said. Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley will be in action at WWE Survivor Series, War Games. Both Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley will be in action at the upcoming Survivor Series, War Games Premium Live event in their respective matches. Dirty Dom is set to lock horns with John Cena in a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. Meanwhile, the Eradicator will team up with Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and AJ Lee to face Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Lash Legend in the Women's War Games match. Many believe Cena will put over Dirty Dom in his final in-ring outing at a premium live event before his retirement after Saturday night's main event on December 13, 2025. It will be interesting to see what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for Survivor Series, War Games. Dominik Mysterio had done hundreds of interviews in his rapidly rising WWE career, but nothing felt as heavy as the one he sat down for just days before Survivor Series. The air backstage at Monday Night Raw was thick with anticipation, championship tensions, personal rivalries, and months of intertwined storylines that all seemed destined to explode inside War Games. But for Dominik, the pressure wasn't just about stepping into the ring. It was about finally answering the question everyone had been asking since the moment he aligned with her, leaned on her, and changed under her influence. What was really going on between Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley? The camera blinked red, signaling the interview had begun. But Dom didn't shift uncomfortably or crack a joke the way he normally would. Instead, he took a slow breath, an uncharacteristically serious expression settling over his face. "Rhea means more to me than anyone understands," he began, his voice low and steady. "People see the on-screen partnership, the tough exterior, the chaos we bring together. But they don't see the real story. They only see Dirty Dom. They don't see the person I was before she believed in me." It was a rare moment of vulnerability, far different from the smug, overconfident persona he carried inside the arena. The Dominik speaking now wasn't the Judgment Day rebel who'd turned on his father. This Dominik was reflective, quieter, grounded. "When I first broke away from my dad," he continued, "Rhea was the only one who didn't treat me like a kid, or a sidekick, or a charity project. She saw potential in me before I even saw it in myself. She made me feel strong. She made me feel capable." He paused, choosing his next words carefully. "And she never asked me to pretend to be something I wasn't." Their dynamic had become one of WWE's most intriguing relationships, part mentorship, part partnership, part magnetic chemistry that fans couldn't stop analyzing. Were they friends? Were they something more? Did they blur the lines between storyline and reality? Dominik smiled a little, almost knowingly. "People always want to label us," he said. "But what Rhea and I have, it's ours. And it's complicated in the best way." He looked off camera for a moment, as if replaying memories, matches, travel days, quiet conversations in locker rooms, and moments when the world wasn't watching. "She's my anchor," he said finally. "And I'm hers." But with Survivor Series looming, their relationship, whatever shape it really took, was about to be tested. Rhea Ripley was returning from injury, stepping back into the spotlight she dominated effortlessly. Every member of the Judgment Day had their own battles brewing. Finn Balor and Damian Priest were dealing with internal conflicts over the tag titles, JD McDonagh was trying to prove his worth, and Liv Morgan was circling like a vulture, waiting for a crack in Rhea's armor. And through it all was Dominik. "People don't understand how hard this Survivor Series build-up is for her," he said. She hates being sidelined. She hates looking weak, even for a second. And she hates seeing me get targeted because they know I matter to her. His jaw tightened slightly. She blames herself for things she shouldn't. Dom leaned forward, his fingers interlocked. I told her this week. She doesn't have to protect me. Not anymore. I'm stepping into Survivor Series ready to fight for her the way she's fought for me since day one. It was a bold promise, one that raised new questions about where Judgment Day was headed. But what surprised everyone listening was the shift in Dominik's tone. This wasn't heroism. This wasn't bravado. It was loyalty. Fierce loyalty. Rhea pushes me, he continued. She'll call me out. She'll tell me when I'm being soft. She'll tell me when I'm being stupid. But she'll also tell me when she's proud of me. And those moments mean more than any win. There was a softness in his voice now, a hint of emotion that slipped through his usual sharp-edged confidence. She's changed my life, he said simply. And I don't think I've ever said that publicly. The interviewer hesitated before asking the question everyone knew was coming. So, are you and Rhea together? Dominik didn't laugh. He didn't deflect. He didn't look annoyed. Instead, he leaned back and took a long breath. What we are, he said slowly, is connected. In a way that doesn't need to be defined for the world to understand. He gave a small, almost shy smile. And no matter what happens at Survivor Series, that isn't changing. But behind the scenes, there were cracks forming. Rhea's growing frustrations with Liv. Speculation about Judgment Day leadership. The pressure of returning from injury with everyone expecting her to be unbreakable. Dom had seen all of it, and he worried. I just want her to feel supported, he said. People see her as the strongest woman in WWE. And she is. But even strong people need someone to lean on. He shrugged lightly. And I'm not going anywhere. The bond between them, whatever fans chose to call it, was deeper than storyline. It was evident in every glance, every tag team moment, every interview where Dom defended her unapologetically. And now Survivor Series was ready to magnify everything. There's going to be chaos, Dominik said. There always is. But the one thing that won't change is this, I'm walking into Survivor Series with Rhea Ripley at my side. And I'm leaving the same way. He stopped, then added with a quiet intensity. She's my person in this business. And I'm hers. End of story. As the interview wrapped up, Dominik stood, ran a hand through his hair, and adjusted his jacket. He no longer looked like the timid newcomer he once was. He looked like someone who had grown into his confidence, step by step, match by match, moment by moment, with Rhea Ripley shaping that evolution. The camera cut off, but the truth he'd spoken lingered in the air. Whatever Survivor Series held, the victories, the betrayals, the alliances tested, one thing was certain. Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley were stronger together than ever before. And the WWE Universe was about to see that bond unleashed like never before.